Hey there, Internet Keeve here, and this is episode 2 of the garage remodel. The first one we got rid of the spackle on the ceiling. That was quite the job, way more than I expected. We still don't know the full range of the garage remodel yet. If I'm going to wash the car in the garage, that's a big difference in what I'm going to do depending on that. But in this episode today, we're going to install the Copper Peak 14 gauge heavy duty extension cord reel. So that way I can, I want to mount it in the middle of the ceiling. That way I can pull it out and bring it out to the car wash cart or anything that I need. It's just way better that way, so you don't have, having to drag extension cords all over the place. So let's get right into it. Let's move Heidi out of the garage. You can see she's showing her colors, so let's back her out. Alright, so let's unbox this using my handy step stool that I here is used to prop up just about everything in my garage. I did buy this on Amazon, the Copper Peak 14 gauge heavy duty. There will be a link in the description below for this and just about any tool that I've used in this video. Let's open this up. Looks like it's packed nice. Got a little thank you card. Some instructions, it looks like. What to do, what not to do, how to mount it. So it's just basically, looks like it's just one big unit in here. There we go. So let's get into a little bit better area so we can kind of show you what it does. And also we have bolts. So you have two sets of bolts in here. You have anchors for drywall or not very solid ceiling. And you also have bolts right here that you can use for the stud. I'm going to use a stud finder so we can find one. We're definitely going to mount it on one of the trusses to make sure that it's nice and sturdy. Alright, so it comes like this. You see here's the retractable reel. You retract it one way, pull it the opposite way, it rolls in. With a lock, you pull it at an angle and then pull back in. Comes with a 3-prong lit, so that way it'll tell you if you have electricity or not. Comes with a built-in breaker. It has a reset button as well right here. And then has the cord on the opposite side to plug into the wall. Now a lot of people have to plug that down at the bottom, but if you have a garage door that you have on the ceiling, you're going to have a plug for that garage door. I'll unplug this right in there. Okay, as I already stated, the garage door opener already has a plug on the ceiling that we can plug right into. I got a feeling I'm not going to stay on the same line as the garage door opener. Since I have the hose reel, I'm going to put the hose reel on one side of the garage door opener and the electricity on the other. So I'm thinking I'm going to run on this stud right here. You see it already drywall screws running this way. So I'll get my stud finder out. I was thinking about putting it on that angle iron right there, but I don't think I'll do that. I don't want to cause any vibrations from the garage door opener, so we're just going to mount it right up here. All right, so there's different kinds of mounting points for these. Some of these brackets actually come off with a cotter pin right here at the bottom or the top. That way you can mount the mounting bracket first and then attach this so it's not as heavy. This isn't quite the same way, but the difference between this one and the other ones is this one has a larger hole here with a slot, so that way you'll mount the screws to the bolts to the ceiling and then leave enough gap. Put this on there and then slide it over. And once you do, then you use a socket from the side and then crank it down and get it nice and tight. All right, so let's find the stud. This is mainly I love this step stool because it's got a really nice platform, and my head is just almost about 4 or 5 inches off the center. It's perfect height. So this is the center point of the garage. So I wanted to kind of do it between these two. I know there's most likely a stud right here, but let's see if we can find it. And I got it on beep scan, so it's picking up like just outside of it. All right, so there's our just draw a crude line. So we're definitely going to want to be right here in the center. It gives us plenty of leeway. So let's get the bolting them in. Could be echo in here now. I had to close the garage door. The bugs are getting a little too loud. So I am using a drill bit here to do a pallet hole. You don't necessarily have to do one. This is a truss, so it's not going to split. But with the bolt the way they are, I made sure that the drill bit's the size of the inner bore and not the threads themselves, so that way they'll still be very secure. So I'm going to start mine. See right here. We'll do right here. Definitely stud. Sure. When we measured the mounting bracket is 7 inches between the 2 holes needed. So make a little mark right there. So that doesn't make it perfectly centered, that's fine because I'd rather have the electrical be closer to the front of the garage. Get the wood, you get that wood coming out, you know you got the stud there. We have our socket adapter. Our socket's a 1/2 inch socket for sure. This is definitely a standard bolt. Fits nice and snug. So a 13 millimeter, if you had a metric only, that's what you would use. Need a little room there. Get just a little more. There we go. Then we'll do the other one. Right now I have my drill on drill settings, so that way it's pretty tight here, so I wind up torquing down. Oh, we lost our light. We got a light on the drill. Let me get that motion light back on. So it's a first check. I want the electrical to be toward the garage door. There we go. And there we go. So I'll slide them out like that. And that's pretty close already to the ceiling, so I think we're good there. We'll get the socket wrench out and we'll have to crank it down. All right, so we have boundaries. They're not bring this way, so what we can do is we can rotate it up, and then I guess we still can't get it there. Whoa! So we have learned that there's not enough clearance to fit a socket wrench in there, unless I guess maybe run a 1/4 inch. And a really shallow head. So I'm trying to get this as close to the ceiling as I can so that it still slides in. And then that way we won't have to use as much with a normal wrench. This should still fit in there. Alright, so let's see if we got enough room. Looks like we do. Just enough. There we go. It's in there pretty tight, so we won't have to wrench as much. Like I said, this is a 1/2 inch. It's pretty tight. Yeah, you can hear that drywall starting to pressure. So don't put too much pressure on the drywall, but just enough to make sure that this doesn't back out. Don't mind my sweat. It is hot as heck in here, and I overrun the air conditioning because it's too loud. I'm gonna run it up through here, and then run it around this, come back around, and then that is how we'll mount it. We have enough slack so we can slide it back and forth, even this way. Just enough slack. Looks perfect. Nice. We're never ever gonna really use that. Because we're not mounting it the opposite way. We're mainly going to pull the extension cord out of the bottom this way and then run it out. That works great though. Let's kind of go over this and then show how I use it in real life here. All right, time for a real world application here. So we're going to pull our electrical cable out. This cart right here is the whole reason that we have really gotten this. So I can run my pressure washer. Make sure we got enough slack. There we go. So on this cart right here, obviously we have a manual reel that we haven't installed yet. We're going to put on this cart. We have our blower right there we use to blow and dry. We have this extension cord that we use here for the blower. We won't need this anymore. We'll use this. And then we have to plug the electrical cord into the wall over here. So we kind of always have to keep the cart over there. Now we can go kind of anywhere we want with the cart because we're going to be able to plug the pressure washer in right here. That, like I said, that's the biggest reason I did all this. All right, that's it for episode number 2 of the garage remodel. We have our extension cord reel installed. It's going to make life easier on us, especially when it comes to car washing. The cleanup's going to be a lot easier. I don't have to, cord up all of those, the cable for the pressure washer and the extension cable, get them all knotted up and twisted. So this is going to work out really great. I hope you enjoyed it. We have to put these fixtures back up, which I won't do as an episode or anything. That one's back up, but I don't want to do the lights yet because I don't quite know the direction of the ceiling. So once we do, but I definitely want to get that back up so we get some nice lighting Made a little bit of a mess right here. As you see, that's right there is why we did this, to make this a lot easier. We can move that car anywhere we want now. We don't have to be near the house, so we use that and don't have to have an extension cable going out behind the car. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.